assholes. Please put your hands together for Jacob Pallison.
So hello, my name is Jacob Pallison. It's good to be here and it's good to see you. And I want to warn you about something, because for the first time in my life, real recent, I had a frozen dinner that was terrible. Steer clear of this meal, man. It was a Lean Cuisine Chicken Tuscan. But I think they ought to change the name of that meal from Chicken Tuscan to Chicken Disgusting. There was one really Lean Cuisine because I had 2 bites and threw the rest of that shit out. I think they ought to change the name of that meal from, fuck that one. I think they ought to change the name of that meal from Chicken Tuscan to Chicken Fucking Up My Dinner. I'm working on asking for the things I want in life on a very different note. And finally, when I'm at a friend's house and a friend's parents offer me food, if I want the food, I'll actually say yes. So finally, I find myself in these situations, and finally, I find myself saying things like, please, and thank you, and yeah, but fuck that one, I want the cinnamon kind. I only think the last part. But sometimes you want to say it. Sometimes you want to say, I want the cinnamon kind. I mean, hold the phone. You're offering me pomegranate flavor? Yeah, good one. What is this, Egypt? What, am I wearing a headdress? Bitch, look around and show me a sphinx. Suck a dick, pal. No, honest to God, I like friendliness, and yeah, friends forever. And with these glasses, I have 20/20 vision, but I don't see any pyramids around here. Yeah, it's my impression of a stereotypical black lady. It's not going well so far. Now I just look like an idiot, but don't worry, because soon I'll be able to be racist effectively. Can you believe that? Offering me pomegranate flavor? What a silly bitch. I'm a huge fan of swearing. Do you guys like swearing at all? Ah, cool. Something we can agree on for real. Yeah, swearing's nifty. When I was younger, I thought that Canada Dry... I don't know, maybe I should address that. I guess calling swearing nifty is an odd phrase, and I use a lot of odd phrases, but a lot are really common, you know what I mean? Like, for example, have a good night, but don't let those bed bugs bite. Like, it makes sense for the first half, but by the second half, it's total nonsense. I mean, you might as well be saying, oodles and oodles of ass rape. I have this friend that says he would never fuck European women because he says when you're dealing with vaginas like that, they look all nasty and they look like roast beef. Now that's fucked up because he was being so negative, you know what I mean? Like if you were being positive with that idea, I think I'd be more okay with it, you know? Like if we were going, get a load of my dame, she's a figure like an hourglass and a vagina like a roast beef. Like that I'd be okay with it. But the other thing is that I feel like it's okay to point out the differences between religions and ethnicities and orientations, all that stuff, of all of us, as long as you're positive about it and use a positive inflection, right? So instead of going, fucking women, nothing's ever good enough for them and for a hell of a good reason, you go, fucking women, nothing's ever good enough for them and for a hell of a good reason. For a hell of a good reason. For a hell of a quality reason. Fantabulous reason. When I was younger, I thought that ginger ale made by Canada Dry could get you really drunk, you know? I thought that if you drank enough of it, you could get really shit-faced. I later found out that's not ginger ale, it's just ale. At any rate. Yeah, you look like this fucking guy. Story. On a different note, an odd but true thing about myself is I own a koala. And that needs explaining, I'll do that in a minute. But when you go online to Google or Yahoo and you want to adopt an animal, there's so many choices, you know? You could adopt a mosquito if you felt like it. But I say when you're adopting an animal, go marsupial or go home. So I adopted this animal because in 5th grade I was given a lecture about an endangered species, you know? And it got to me. And that night I went home and I tried to adopt the nearest koala I could find, which was in Houston, Texas. It's this Australian koala named Dandaloo. I gave a donation, and I have ownership of the koala, and it's living a really good life and all that. And koalas live a good life, man. For koalas, life's a cakewalk. Koalas do what I dream about doing 24/7, and that is, they sleep. They sleep a lot, and it's just the sun shines on both sides of the street for koalas. I mean, and I bet for koalas, I have pretty bad koala envy. Knocking them dead. And in my darkest moments, I know I helped out this animal, you know what I mean? I know that I at least did something to help that, because I've been a little down on my luck lately, and I have this boss. I work in this shitty office, and it's an office. It's like the epitome of the work environment. My boss is crazy, and we'll just be hanging out, and it's like really a formal atmosphere. And we'll just be hanging out and talking real casually. And she'll just throw in a few jokes about suicide, which she did, and she did that, and that's crazy, and how is that even allowed? And it's like, and she's like really childish, but also she's really immature, and also she's like in charge of me and likes power, and she could fire me any time. It's like if Charlie Sheen and Donald Trump had a baby, and then that baby was the boss of you. Shit. Well, I think that's my time. Thanks so much for listening.
Give it up for Jacob, everybody! That wasn't Jenny's fault.